Hey, what's up guys? A new monstrosity has maneuvered its way into the Clash Royale arena. The ranked 74 player in the world has combined Evolved Mortar with the Electro Giant to startle opponents and collect lightning fast wins. When you spam Mortar at the start and bait out your opponent's building, they won't have anything for the Electro Giant. If you drop your Shocky Boy at the river and they can't pull or distract it and it gets on tower, it will probably be an instant good game. And if games stretch to the later stages in double and triple elixir, you can start off a massive Electro Giant push in the back, paired with the Skeleton King and the Mother Witch, while the Evolved Mortar targets your opponent's tower. And having that overwhelming presence of bait with the Skeleton King ability, the Goblins from the Mortar evolution, and the Mother Witch Piggies piling through stresses out even the best players in the game. It's time to make moves with Mortar to descend our opponents into madness and assert dominance. Thanks to everyone that's supporting the channel with creator code SirTag. We got a gaming his flag, and let's see if we can go and snag his foot. Make him trip a little bit as we go in for a Mortar at the start, and maybe he's not ready. So I'm gonna go for like a Skeleton Army if he decides to go Mini P.E.K.K.A. or Prince or any like type of mini tank. Oh wow, he literally got his foot caught and he's not ready. I love how I said that and it came to fruition. I willed it. I manifested the first starting play, guys. Oh man, I gotta go for a tornado here. I don't want to eat any damage from the balloon. It would be awesome if we could get a piggy as well, but we didn't get that added bonus. So our opponent is going to have a balloon deck. I don't know what version of balloon. It could be Lumberjack Balloon Freeze. It could be a Lava Hound deck. And all intents and purposes, we want to be spamming at the start with our Mortar so we can catch people off guard. And this guy, wow, he's going to go Lava Hound in the back. So without a balloon, not as scary as it would typically be. However, I know for a fact that this Skeleton King is not necessarily going to get great of value. It will get dominated by Barbarians, or I guess a Knight in this case. Wow. People swapped out Evolved Barbarians from Lava Hound to put in a Knight. That just screams that there's no synergy, and it's disgusting that the Evolved Knight is that good that it's infiltrated into Lava Hound decks and taken away a spot from the second best card in Clash Royale, the Barbarians Evolution, which personally is my favorite card to play. I'm hurt, man. I'm hurt that Flagfoot put the Knight in the deck instead of running the Evolved Barbarians. I'm going to Skeleton Army in the right-hand side, see if that's going to be the right play. Maybe we can just go and kill the Tombstone and Electro Giant. Wait, I've never done this before. I killed a Tombstone with the Skeleton Army. Wow. Wait, he's going to be so upset right now. Because the Electro Giant, it should be able to kill the Skeleton Dragons. And we're going to force out so much Elixir. He's got to go Knight, Skeleton Dragons, and take a ton. This is not very fun for our homie. I'm going to go for a Mortar here on the other side, and then I can go for a Skeleton King, because we know that Skeleton Dragons aren't going to be imminent. So, oh man, that was a bit annoying. I guess we can Inferno Dragon on his Inferno Dragon, get the little head start, because our Inferno Dragon is going to target first. He's got Snowball, though, so that was very smart on his end. He did, however, waste it now, so he doesn't have anything for the Skeleton Army. We still get the Mortar shot. Okay. Let's go for the Skeleton Army again and see if we can get another Tombstone from our opponent. It'd be so unlikely that he would do it. Oh, he did it again! Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful sight to see. Our opponent in misery. Let's go. That's what we want. Wow, I seem so sinister when I say it, but in reality, we just want to win the game, and it's a zero-sum game in Clash Royale, guys. That's me justifying waiting for our opponent to just be miserable. Okay, so we've got Tornado. We also have Fireball, so either one will work. I mean, let's just do the Tornado, so once we kill the Skeleton Dragon with that, and we troll our opponent with a 1 HP Inferno Dragon. It's significantly more fun to have cards survive at 1 health compared to defending in other ways. Okay, that Evolved Knight is not dying. Okay, I was talking about stuff staying alive at 1 health. That is not what I envisioned, all right? Okay, so we can go in for a Mortar here. The Piggy might just take out the tower. Wow. The most troll way to win. Stealing your opponent's cards and winning with them. And that's the power of Mother Witch, concocting the most toxic way to crush an opponent. And after that Sublime start in the first match, we start off our journey at 8,700 in the world. Yo, this guy's got the Evolved Barbarian banner. Let's go. And he doesn't have a clan, so I feel like he might just not have the right support. He might just be sitting there all alone, sulking as the Mortar bashes his tower. He's gonna go for Skeleton Dragon, so I guess he's got some teamwork there. I wonder if the Inferno Dragon is gonna melt both Skeleton Dragons. I think so. He's not going to go in for a zap or anything on the Inferno Dragon. That'd be pretty foolish. We get 400 damage with each Mortar shot, it looks like. Around 300 maybe. And we're up 700 in total. So this guy is looking like, oh yeah, I was going to say, probably going to be running some sort of Lava Hound deck with Balloon. But I don't know if it's going to be Balloon anymore. There's also a chance it's just going to end up being like a Lava Hound Miner deck. But most of the time I would say it's Balloon. So we're going to go Egiant here so we can reset the Inferno Dragon as much as we possibly can. And then, you know what? What if I activate King Tower against the Balloon? I think that's going to be our best play. So we're just going to take 1 hit, and then we'll be okay with it. We're going to go for our King Tower activation real quick. The Electro Giant might end up taking some serious damage against the Inferno Dragon. Wait, this Fireball! Oh, he wasn't ready! He totally thought we were going to end up having Lightning! Wait, that's incredible. That was awesome. That shocked him in a different way with fire. That's what I'm talking about, baby. So when you cycle your fireballs on barbarians, especially when they're banking on it defending, it is one of the best and most satisfying experiences, because not only is it a +1 elixir trade, but it also swings the odds in your favor because they don't actually have anything else to go and counter the Egiant. That's why we have Fireball in this deck. That's why it's necessary over Lightning. So we're going to go for another Mortar here, and then we'll see what else he's going to cook. I mean, I bet you go Skeleton Dragons. We can go for an Inferno Dragon and make a prediction on them. Wow, we're reading this guy like a book. He must be super shook seeing this Inferno Dragon melting the Skeleton Dragons. All right, you know what we can do is we can go for Skeleton King in the middle as well, and then the Inferno Dragon's going to get tanked for us. So I wonder if we can get some more damage with the Inferno Dragon locking onto the tower. Heck, I can Fireball on top of his Inferno Dragon, so he's never able to touch mine. I wonder if I take a second tower right now. Yo! That is just filthy! We have slaughtered this game. It's hitting double elixir right now, and we've taken 2 towers, and this guy has just been getting demoralized left, right, and center. But a Tornado is Inferno Dragon away. I was hoping the Mother Witch would stay alive just to troll him a little bit more, but it didn't happen. We can still Inferno Dragon directly on the balloon and be okay with that. And then here's the real scare. Is, are we able to go and counter the Evolved Barbarians? Can I go in for a Skeleton King and then a Skeleton Army and then a Skeleton King ability and be completely content? If I can defend both sides, that would be awesome. That would be pretty insane that I was able to stop everything. Yeah, seriously, this guy's screwed. 30 seconds remaining. We've defended all angles, and he's got nothing left over. This game was the definition of dominance, and we're just going to go and pull the miner away so he has no hope of even taking a single tower. Meanwhile, if that Goblin connected paired with one more Electro Giant shock, it was an instant 3 crown. Yo, what's up, Kevin? He finished 527 in the world, and he's a part of the Dark Arrow clan. So we'll see if he's going to be shooting in the dark and missing real quick. That's what we would hope for. Oh, is this going to activate King Tower? I dropped the Skeleton King in the back, and it activated King Tower without even seeing that my opponent had Electro Spirit. My luck is at an entirely different level today. That wasn't skill. That wasn't me with a crystal ball. That was pure luck, baby, and we love to see it. Okay, so we know that our opponent's going to be running Royal Giant, so most of the time when you do those type of plays, it won't matter that much, but for the mental, it matters a lot. Because this guy's already like, wait, what am I going to do when this guy is going to be able to go and activate King Tower without even trying? What is the next thing that's going to happen around the corner? Okay, well, he's going to be a mourner because that is a very dead, extremely dead RG and a very dead Fisher Boy as well. Both cycled into the abyss of the Inferno Dragon. So wait, if he doesn't have Fisherman in cycle, can I just plant down an Electro Giant and win the game? Asking the real questions here. I don't think he's able to stop this. He goes in for a Hunter, he's going to become the hunted. And then maybe we can even go in for like a Fireball or a Mother Witch, depending on what happens. Dude, I'm pretty confident that the E-Giant dies. Pretty sure that the E-Giant dies before it shocks the tower. Yes, let's go. No King Tower activation for him. That's even more derpy. I knew I was going to be lucky. And every single interaction is going my way today. Awesome. All right, we can go for the Skeleton King in the back and left-hand side too. We're going to eat most of the damage, but I'm going to wait and see if he wants to pre-log a Skeleton Army. I just don't want to get finessed. Rather not drop the Skeleton Army at the river because I can drop it further back and get the exact same interaction. You guys saw how the Fisherman yoinked onto my tower and yeeted himself on the tower, yet he still didn't do damage. That's simply because he goes and targets the unit that's closest, not necessarily the tower. Okay, please? Nice! Let's go! That's remarkable too, because now we're going to be able to fully surround the Royal Ghost. Do I counter the Royal Ghost on his side of the map for 2 elixir and get damage afterward? Wow, Skeleton King. Really one of the best cards in the game. If you guys didn't know, it is beyond broken. Champions might have been overshadowed by evolutions, but they're still really, really strong. For 2 elixir, I got a +2 elixir trade because he dropped skeletons, and he also ended up dropping the Royal Ghost. And that's 4 elixir. I dropped a 2 elixir ability, so a little bit unfair that I got 300 damage there as well, just to be honest with you guys. We go Mother Witch. We know for a fact he's going to Fireball it. Totally fine. I might even Fireball on defense on my own. I've got Tornado too. Wait, this is really rock solid. If you can go in for a Tornado, a Mortar, and have all these defensive options available, you've got an entire arsenal at your fingertips. Mobile gaming athletes, guys. Also, if I don't break through, it doesn't necessarily matter because I can just go in for an Evolved Mortar. Wait, he's going to go for a Bar Barrel, but there's still skeletons piling on the pressure. We can go for more skeletons too. Wait, if the Mortar stays alive? Oh my gosh, the Mortar almost stayed alive for a while. Wait, what if I go for an Electro Giant? This Fisherman pulls that closer to the tower. Oh, please work. Let's go. We made the great escape. We ran away from the Hunter. I'm pretty confident we're going to be able to zap his tower down now. This is beyond derpy. Okay, I'm just going to go for the Inferno Dragon since that's the safer bet. I could have done something else. Like, I could have went in for a really aggressive play. Wait, is the Piggy going to do enough damage to the point that I Fireball and I just win? Yeah, the Piggy literally put him in Fireball range. I didn't even have to go for a Tornado or anything. I love this deck. The amount of damage potential that you get with pigs is just disastrous for opponents that are unsuspecting. GG and well played. That was definitely one of the most lucky matches I've had the entire year. Let's get it. This guy's gonna have a Lumberjack banner. Whenever we see Lumberjack, I'm expecting to be a... Oh, it's not Lumberjack. It's not Lumberjack. He trolled me. Yeah, he's running a minor wall breakers deck, maybe with Mega Knight. There's also a chance it could be something else. Man, it could be log bait too. Whenever we see Rascals in wall breakers, it's generally going to be log bait instead of a minor wall breakers deck. So I'm going to go for Mother Witch here. We could have also activated King Tower against the Goblins, but it's a bit safer to play that way. Yeah, it's likely going to be log bait after seeing the Princess. So I could have Inferno Dragon directly on the Princess after it walks up a little bit. Try to seize the moments. Try to seize the opportunity. All right, we can Tornado on the Dark Goblin. One Mother Witch tap is all we need, and then we get a free pig. Awesome, because that's going to be tanking for the Mother Witch, so we steal even more damage. That was phenomenal. Oh, man. I didn't even know if that was going to work. Wait, the Inferno Dragon! What the heck? Every single element of our deck is destructive, and you always have to pay attention. There's all these warning signs everywhere, and I guess our opponent didn't read them. So now his tower is just going to take the damage, and he has to deal with the consequence. So, Rookie, you're getting ruined, bruh. We can go in for a mortar here and then try to bait out his building. Also, we know that that's going to be directly in front of the tower or off to the side, right? Oh, I thought he was scared. I guess he's not scared of Tornado because he knew that I didn't have Tornado in cycle because I dropped it on the Dark Goblin. Feels bad, man. All right, the other thing that we're going to do is the mortar. We're going to try to make the pre-plant of the Inferno Dragon. Maybe we can go and finish off a building or something. Oh, he's got Barbarians. Really wasn't expecting that. I'm going to drop Rascals too. This is not looking that good for me. But we can go for a... I think we can go for like the Mother Witch. And then just have the Mother Witch pigs tank for this Princess and then be okay? I don't know. I'm trying to like plan out my entire life goals right now in this game. I'm just using my planner and I hope that the Mother Witch gives us a good manner of giving positive elixir trades. If I can go in for an aggressive Electro Giant and then I go in for a mortar, that's going to be a vibe. Ideally, we were able to go in for skeleton armies as well on top of the Goblin Barrel because it's going to give us counter push, and also on top of that, the phenomenal thing about this entirety of our push is we can cycle a huge Electro Giant in the back, go in for a Skeleton King, and then unload our offense. Our offense is going to be the Mortar Evolution primarily, and we want to use that in conjunction with the Electro Giant, so the Electro Giant's tanking for the Mortar Goblins that are getting spammed. I'm going to Fireball here. I'm just going to play rather safe than sorry. I'm going to eat all the damage from the Goblin Barrel because it doesn't necessarily matter, and then we're going to go in for the Mortar Evolution afterward. We're going to click the Skeleton King ability, and we're going to Tornado all of his junk together, so then when the Mortar shoots, it's going to blast it all down. Oh, wait, what? Dude, that was way better than I even thought. Wait. He's going to go for a log, but that shouldn't be enough. That's not going to take out my tower. He's now going to go Princess of the River. Let's go for Mother Witch prediction. Nice. 19 seconds remaining. Can I hold the door against this log bait player? I think I'll have to Fireball on a Goblin Barrel. I don't know if he's going to be ready for that. Yeah, so if we Fireball on the Goblin Barrel and he doesn't end up having a big spell, we might have walked away with a win. He's going to have to go Wall Breakers again, and then he's going to try to cycle a Princess, but it's not going to be coming down in time. GG, we've got this on lock, and that's all she wrote, baby. And tornadoing the Princess in for the win at the end was just a nice added bonus. All right, we got a game against K. So hopefully we're going to be okay cycling our Inferno Dragon on top of that Miner. Definitely going to be a bad trade because the Miner gets a lot of damage on the tower, and it's a -1 trade for us, but I didn't have any other options. So we're just going to roll with the Dragon, go in for our Mortar here, and see what else is cooking. Okay, so it has to be a Magic Archer Miner Wall Breakers deck, and I think if we can just like... Oh, wait, we actually baited out the Bomb Tower. That's what we were looking for all along. Especially if our opponent isn't able to get back to their Bomb Tower and you can drop like an Electro Giant at the river, you can just watch as your opponents wince while you get a lot of damage and put yourself closer to the win. So he's going to cycle a Valkyrie. He's not even have Evolved Knight in his deck. I thought he would. The Electro Giant should do a tremendous amount of damage. Even if he's going to use Tornado and Valkyrie, it should shock the tower for at least 2, 3, maybe even 4 shocks. That's nice. We're currently up 1,000 damage, and we whittled down his tower to the point that he ended up having to drop 9 elixir on defense against a 7 elixir cost card while taking 1,000 damage. That's why you drop your Mortar at the start, bait out your opponent's building like the Bomb Tower, Inferno Tower, or Tesla, and then you go for the Electro Giant afterward, and you reap the rewards. Okay, so I think I can go for a Mother Witch here. It's unlikely that he's going to have Poison or Fireball. Typically, it's just going to be Log and Tornado, right? We already saw the Log, and we already saw the Tornado, so I don't think he has room for anything else. You only have 8 cards in your deck, man. You can't fit a magical 9 or 10. Okay, cool. We can go in for another Mortar here. Maybe he's going to go Bomb Tower again, or maybe he's learned his lesson. Wait, the Mortar shot onto the tower. It splashed. That's awesome. We can Fireball last possible second, so then he's expecting the Magic Archer to take some of the targeting for the Mortar, and then the Mortar locks onto the tower, and now he's really tilted. This is incredible stuff. We know for a fact that the Mortar... Oh my gosh! I was going to say, we know for a fact that the Mortar is going to soak up one of the Wall Breakers, but I did not know that the Mortar was just having its eyes set on top of the tower too. Oh, that's pretty cool. So the real reason why this deck is strong is when you get the Mortar Evolution and you pair it with an Electro Giant and you make a massive push. That's the Sublime strategy that I like doing. I was going to say Superb and Sublime, and then it ended up being Sublime. So new dictionary words out here. Words are tough, even tougher than playing Clash Royale. When you add the evolutions, you lose a little brain cells because the game becomes too easy, and then because you're used to not using your brain, when you try to speak, things just come out that shouldn't be coming out of your mouth. All right, we can go in for the Mother Witch and then use our Inferno Dragon, maybe drop double Electro Giants, but the main reason why this deck is so strong is look at the Electro Giant. It's going to be tanking for the Mortar Evolution, tanking for the Inferno Dragons, tanking for the Mother Witch Piggies, and then you just steamroll the opponent. It's practically impossible for them to defend this, since the Mortar Evolution forces them to overcommit on defense anyway. Meanwhile, they're somehow having to deal with a Mother Witch that's going to turn all their big cards to mush, while the Skeleton King throws more skeletons at them, and it's just completely chaotic. So as you guys can see, we're going to run away with a very easy victory, and we 3-crown him. So that's exactly what we wanted. It's so fitting that K's Kingdom got dragged into a black hole. 3-crowning one of the most competitive decks in Clash Royale is a fantastic way to end the day. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an amazing rest of your day.